You are listening to the Interview Podcast,
where we interview the real you.
We discover our guests' passions, skills, dreams, and wisdom they've learned along the way.
Get ready for some friendly banter,
Controversial hot takes.
Christian pickup lines, and riveting conversations.
Let's dive in.
Oh, man.
Let's dive in, guys. Here we go, episode 49. It's good to be back. Podcast world. What's up? What's up?
It is
Jen is
good to be
already
back.
crying. You know what? And that's okay because we love you guys. We've loved this journey.
For
and
sure.
spoiler alert, we're nearing the end of our episodes.
Yeah, we just said before the episode, it's like digging up a body. Just
That's
to
already been buried for 6 months.
And we're just going to rebury it again in a few minutes.
Now we're burying it officially, though.
Yeah.
Like we're having ceremony.
It's true. It's been long overdue. We're the memorial service is now.
Correct. I
for
feel
what
like it
has-
was just a wounded animal limping along for a while, thanks to
Yeah.
Derek. But
And
here
guys,
we are.
we apologize. Like, that's on us. We all of a sudden people were like, "Hey, what happened to the interview?" And there was no
and
closure.
no update.
There was just no
Like,
episodes.
Right.
And people
Right.
were. I mean, I don't think were that popular that people were really like laying in bed at night, crying and wondering.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Sending out
But
search
all
and
of a
rescue.
sudden, it's like
right.
it's been what, a year and a half since we recorded or over. And,
Well, I
sorry.
did a few. Yeah, 6 months. But
Yeah,
it's been
since there was a
7
good
months.
episode. It's been a year and a half, but that's
Oh, my
fine.
goodness.
Um,
Maybe
so-
it's 6 months of pure bliss.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
or that.
No, I'm just kidding.
So it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, it's like, how has it been this long? And we finally, Derek and I were like, you know what? We need to at least let our listeners know what's going on. We need to figure out what's going on. And I think for a while, we were kind of hoping that the podcast could keep going.
Or
because-
would maybe resurrect again.
Yeah, or in a different way,
Yeah,
look
yeah, for
differently,
sure.
but not necessarily shut
pivot.
down.
Right.
And so it's kind of easier sometimes to leave it in limbo than actually sit down and make a decision
Yeah.
to say, hey, this season, this podcast is probably not going to continue. So we need
Right.
to communicate that with our listeners
we do.
and with each other and decide what we're going to do moving forward and put like a nice stamp on this season.
Little bow on it. We're not. It's not dying. We're just
Yeah.
we're putting it in the shrine,
Yeah.
or we're retiring it in the
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, yeah.
Sure.
Even pro athletes at some point have to stop
Right.
playing.
Most good things come
Yeah.
doing it. Not
Yeah.
all, but a lot.
So, yeah. So,
Right.
what do you want to start with on this episode? This is
Oh,
episode
good
49,
heavens,
second to
49.
last episode ever, probably of the Interview Podcast,
Most
Lord willing.
likely,
I mean, depending
most
what
likely,
happens.
unless there's I really do think we need to thank our Patreon
Yeah.
supporters. Like they
Agreed.
have just they've been the rock in our storm. They've been an anchor in the raging seas. So if I can
Yeah.
throw out another anchor ship metaphor, trust me, it's coming.
Yeah, it will.
But no, it will. Thankfully, we've never been sinking though because of the Patreon
Yeah.
supporters. Literally, because it does cost us monthly to like keep
Yeah.
these episodes on.
Have we ever
and
been in
live.
the red?
We have not. I don't think we've ever been in the red, thanks to our
Wow.
generous donors. Thank you. Seriously,
Yeah.
guys, it means so much.
Yeah. All of you
yeah.
Patreon supporters.
Yes.
And to every
And-
single one of our individual episode
Yes.
sponsors.
Yes.
We probably should have named all of them, but you guys know who you are. And we have it in all of our episodes who sponsored and all of that.
Correct.
That still, I think, when I was thinking back over the
Yeah.
podcast and just
Yeah.
having memories, I think that still blows my mind that people that cared enough about us and what we were doing and believed in us were willing to put actual dollars
Yep.
down towards our dream of being able to do a podcast. And so thank you all so very much from the bottom of our hearts for all the financial support we have been given through Patreon, through our individual episode sponsors, donations, all that. It's just
Yeah.
been really cool and a blessing to see.
I got some stats here on that, Jen. Believe it or not.
would love to hear some stats.
We have we have spent over $4,500 since this
What?
episode since this podcast has
$4,500.
Oh, just 46.62 to be exact. At this point,
Wow.
which is, but like
We're big time.
we've never
Big
had
time
to,
expenses.
we've never had to come out of pocket for that.
Never.
Like, which is actually unbelievable. And over the years, like it's the cost for running the studio, our engineer Kyle, like just stuff like that. So which is insane. So thank you. I echo what Jen said. The
Wow.
support for the individual episodes and the Patreon just it warms my heart. So.
Yeah. Really cool, guys.
Mucho thanks. Mucho thanks. We appreciate it. So, Jen, anyway, give us a little rundown. What are we going to do in this episode? What are we going to do for our final episode? What can people expect?
Okay. Yeah, good question. I think a year and a half of being off is really like I'm not locked in anymore.
Jen, you're sharp. You're
so
sharp.
I'm trying to
Come on,
lock
Jen.
back in.
You
But
got
this
it.
episode,
I can just answer my own question.
we're
too,
gonna
if
share.
you
I
got it.
believe Derek's honestly been the glue of this. Let's be real.
It's very kind.
This episode, we are gonna share a little bit of stats of our podcast. Correct? Is that
Actually,
this
no.
episode?
I'm sorry. That is.
Oh,
Why,
okay.
I don't
That's
know why
why
I had
did he
these stats.
Why did he give me this job? Sorry about
So
that.
Derek clearly doesn't have
Okay,
all his crap together.
This
We're not doing
episode
stats.
Is life update.
Oh, and other jazz we've
Yeah,
been thinking on.
Yeah, other jazz.
And then maybe even some hot takes.
Derek's words.
I'm
So,
so sorry.
we figured like nobody might care, but maybe if you do care to know, I guess just real quick, we'll share a little bit about our lives, where we're at, and why even the podcast is ending. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the main reason it's ending is because of life updates of where
Indeed.
we're living and all that stuff. So, do
Indeed.
you want me to go first? Do you want to go first?
I think Jen, to serve.
Okay. So I moved to Florida a year and a half ago from North Carolina with not necessarily the intention of staying there. I didn't know for sure if I would come back to North Carolina or move somewhere else. So in moving, it wasn't like
Right.
I'm going to be gone forever. So
That's
let's
why
just
we kept it in limbo.
Yeah. So we didn't want to shut the podcast down
no.
with not knowing if I would come back. And then a few months in, it became clear I really was enjoying Florida. Am enjoying Florida. I'm still there, and it became clear that I wasn't going to move back. And so, what do we do with the podcast? Derek and I discussed it, and he was going to brave the trails alone and intended to record some solo episodes. I was not gonna throw
it's
shade.
Okay. No, you can throw shade. I got
But-
a few of them out, but not like I was hoping.
Yeah, and I don't fault him at
they
all
weren't that
because
great.
it's different. Like the whole purpose of the podcast was the way it was set up,
Yeah.
having two people co-hosting, bouncing things off each other, interviewing people. That was kind of the whole goal of it. And so to go from that to trying to just have episodes off the dome on your own, it's a lot different of a structure, and also takes a lot of motivation individually because it's just you.
Right.
And we all know Derek Miller's life is very busy. He's involved in ministry and work and social things and all that. And so he's traveling a lot. And so it was very hard for him to be able to just sit down and record a bunch of episodes by himself. And that's totally okay. So after, 6 months of maybe thinking through that, it was kind of at a point where we were like, you know what?
Right.
Maybe it's okay that the podcast, like, we don't want it to just fizzle out and die, more of like having a actual stamp on an end date and saying the podcast is over. So that's where we're at. That is why main reason why we decided to end the podcast is because we're no longer living in the same state, and we both have other priorities. We're very busy, and I still love podcasting. I think I always will, and it's not that I don't enjoy it anymore, but the passion, you do need a lot of energy and drive and passion. It takes a lot more time and energy than I ever thought when I started. And so I think that it's okay for I have peace about it, even though it feels like a dream I had is now no longer happening, but it also feels okay because it's just the right time.
Right.
So I'm in Florida, and I am currently cleaning Airbnbs in Florida.
What?
Come vacation in one of my houses. It'll be pristine for you. And I am also living in an apartment off of my grandparents' house, and I'm helping kind of care for them in their elderly years. What's the most appropriate way to say that? And really, really loving life down there, actually, Derek.
Good,
and
Jen.
so
That's great.
I have a great friend group. Shout out to the Adventure Group if you're listening to this.
Oh, that sounds
you know who
wild.
you are. We have such good times in Florida. Obviously, Florida's gorgeous. There's so much to do. Beaches,
city,
city,
sun,
humidity. Love humidity.
Jen,
I found my
more
place.
Different.
Yeah.
Oh, God bless you.
So
Socks on with
I
humidity.
and just in case anyone's wondering, I still sleep with socks on every night.
Oh,
In
Jen.
Florida.
In Florida.
No matter the temperature, I have to. I just have to do it. And the toilet paper still goes over the top. We all know that.
I think that should stay. That'll stay forever.
Yeah. So yeah, I really am. I miss North Carolina. I miss the people, and my season of life here. I was here for 5 years, and it was just amazing. So many good memories, and my piece of my heart will always be here. But it is really also cool to know that you can trust God and there can be a time where you're asked to move somewhere else, and He can also bring you so much life there and give people and community there. And I think that's where I'm at, very much at peace and enjoying life. And
Cool.
I have some things for the future. I'm not going to be cleaning my whole life. Heads up for people that want to know.
I mean, unless you get married, then you're kind of cleaning for your whole life.
Well, not if he does it. I'm all about
Equal roles, equal,
Yeah.
equal.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Hey,
So
actually,
you're gonna.
pause. If he cooks, I will clean gladly.
What if he doesn't cook or clean?
Then we probably won't eat much, but I will still clean.
We'll be in shape. We'll be skinny.
Yeah, we'll eat out.
We'll eat out. Yeah, he'll make enough money. You can just eat
Yeah.
out. You can just eat out.
So,
Okay, that's fair.
but anyway, but I do have some. I will say I have some visions and dreams for the next couple years of some things I'd like to get into and possibly going back to college and getting some training in a field to be determined that I don't want to say because
Okay.
then if I
All right.
say it and I don't
Yep.
do it,
Well, or
So-
then it's like, okay, I put this out there. Now
That's
I gotta
true.
now I gotta go do it. It's up to you,
that's
Jen.
true. If you want to know, ask me, DM me, donate to my college fund. Hey, could we revert our Patreon for supporters to?
Hey, I mean, it's up to them. They're great people, so they might do it. They
no,
might
it's
do
fine.
it.
I've also learned the value of hard work and that when you put your own money into something, you're more invested and
Sure.
you tend to fight for it more. It means something.
Sure.
You
So
I'm
do a
good with that.
50-50 split on it.
Yeah. I mean, if people want to donate, I'm
If
not going
people
to
haven't
turn you
done it,
down.
I'm not going to turn you down. Like I'm here to. I'm also here to receive blessings. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, that's about all for me,
Cool,
Derek.
Jen.
What about you? What the
Well,
world's been up-
okay.
Oh.
Here. I was going to ask you a question, a follow-up
Okay,
question or
you sure
two.
can.
Just on Florida, what I would say, what has been what's been the most impactful thing, like moving to an area? You moved here, you've moved there now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the determining factor, like, of moving to a new place? Is it the people? Is it the location? Is it the opportunities? Is it what's the, I don't know if the question is like, what's the success factor, or like what makes or break you moving to a new area?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe what are keys that when you do move to a new area that like, oh, you need to make sure you either plug in or find your group or.
Yeah. Yeah, I think to answer the first question, moving to a new area, people do it for many, many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I was done with my job here in North Carolina, and I was looking for something different. And so I went to Florida actually just to be with my grandparents
Okay.
and
Yeah. Okay.
spend Christmas with my family, and then I didn't even intend to stay. I was just going to go for Christmas.
Oh, okay. I don't think
And
I
then
knew that.
as I was there, I was like, you know what? What if I stayed for the winter?
You're right.
And then
Little
as that happened,
snowbird.
what if I stayed the whole
What
year?
if I extended my winter vacation into
So
summer?
it was a little bit maybe non-traditional than some people that moved to an area for
Intentionally,
something.
like,
yeah,
okay,
I wasn't really even
so you were
intending
really
to move to
just-
Florida. I
okay.
was just like, hey, it's Christmas. We
Yeah.
always go to Florida. Let's go see what happens. And then I ended up
Cool.
deciding to stay and found work and really was like, maybe I actually want to be here
Cool.
long term. But as far as the success of actually feeling a part of a new community and becoming building friendships and finding your place in your people, I think because I moved to California, moved here, moved to Florida, and all three of those places has required a lot of intentionality for me of going first and
Okay.
seeking out friendships, making yourself available, letting people know, hey, I'm in town. Do you want to go get coffee? Do
Right.
you want to hang out? And
Right.
for Florida, I have a lot of friends there already.
Sure, that was helpful, but
And so I was able to kind of just, but it's like jumping in and not just expecting people to come to you
Right.
and do all the work for you. It's
Right.
like you do have to put in work and be like, you know what, I want to get involved in this. So let's find a church to be a part of, or I want to get involved in a small group. I want to get involved in a Bible study. Like make it happen.
invest in people and in things
Yeah.
and put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like I did that, but I was also very surrounded with very good people who welcomed me in with open arms and did amazing at that. So if you're moving to a new area where you know no one, a little bit of a different story, you really have to. It's hard,
It's probably
especially as
harder.
an adult
Yeah.
trying to make new friendships.
Right.
But if you, my good friend that I don't know because he's a guy on the internet, but his name is John Deloney.
She's like, my good friend. Well, friend's a strong word. An
I feel
acquaintance
like he's my
of
friend
a
'cause I
guy
listen to
on
him
the
all the
internet.
Anyway, never mind him. Would love to meet
What
him.
does our boy JD say?
He says the two biggest pieces of advice he gives people when they're moving to new communities is go first and be weird. And that
Okay.
means
Well, you got the second one down. But
oh, okay, thank you.
love you, Jen. Just kidding.
I am a little odd, but and what he means by that is just you take the first step
Yes.
and do something that might even feel weird.
Wow.
Like if you want friends and you have
Yeah.
nowhere where to start,
Yeah.
invite your mailman over for Thanksgiving. Invite your barber, your hairdresser.
Bam.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
bring people so much in our society want to play the victim of poor me. No one's coming to me. I have no
Right.
friends.
Right.
And it's like you will have so many more friends if you be a friend first than if you go walking around just looking for someone to come to
Right,
you. And
right.
again, it's hard. It's not as fun. It's uncomfortable. But the blessings of that far outweigh the uncomfortability of getting started. So
Wow.
anyway, go first and be
That's
weird.
good. Go
And
first and be weird.
Yeah.
Gang, gang. Jen,
Anyway,
that's
thanks
amazing.
for those questions,
That's
Derek.
amazing. Good. Yeah, absolutely. I got you. Yes, for me, boy. Yeah. This, I would say, really the beginning of this year, the first 3 months of this year were just insane. And I knew that going
you've been
into it.
busy.
I was at Africa twice in basically 3 months. There was in Africa twice, which was amazing. What we get to do there, I work with our water well drilling team over there. I coordinate all the projects, and those are my guys over there. So anyway, I got to spend some time with them. A couple of
really
mission trips over there, and we did stuff over on islands over in Uganda, like doing medical clinics, visited prisons, like just I don't know. We had a team of 50 some that we took over there, and so like some of the greatest memories and things that I've ever been a part of or helped coordinate.
Wow.
And just, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's so worth it. And to be able to host that, and I had family over there on the trip with me. Con and Alyssa were there, Jordan and Grace were there. Just different people and just very close friends, which was amazing. So anyway, it was going to be a hammer down start to the year. And so did that. Then we had a couple big fundraisers, in the first part of the year, Florida, PA auction. In the midst of that, all normal stuff going on and life stuff going on. Eugene got married, which was great. Too easy. It was just
too easy for Eugene.
Too easy, but no, very excited for him and Rose and everything there. So, that's just been going on, and now life's at a bit more of a sustainable pace, or a pace that you feel like, okay, I have some margin in there. Those first couple of months, it just felt like you were just head down,
running
long hours
from one
all the
thing
time.
to the next.
Yeah, and I think what I learned through that time, Jen, is there are seasons where you're going to have to be, where you're probably going to have to push and you're going to have to be very unbalanced, maybe. And I think we live in a life of such balance. And long term, I agree with that. But I think there are times where maybe we're afraid to really push or really make certain things a priority, where there might be a season of that. And I think that's okay. And it makes you also look at, like, when you're just really, really busy, you really look at what's really important, and you kind of cut out the rest of the stuff.
Because you only have time for the absolute most important things.
Correct. So it actually makes you take inventory on what's really important, what's really moving the needle in what I do, in my life, whatever. And then it also gives you an opportunity to level up. Like, so for me, it's like if I'm used to working 8-hour days, normally or whatever, like if I do 10 hours or a little more, it's like, woof. Where some people, like a 10-hour day is just a walk in the park.
Yeah, I work 12-hour days most days of the week.
So for Jen, and probably makes more money than I do with cleaning. No. So let's be honest.
But I feel like the fulfillment factor in what you do is a little higher than mine.
Possibly, but...
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. But anyway, it was also an opportunity for me to like level up just as a professional too, of like, hey, there are times when you should work 12 hours a day. Like if you're trying to push a big project through, if you're trying to do something, it makes you level up, because often you can kind of, you hit that ceiling and you don't really push through unless you really need to. So when you can kind of push your limits, it can be really good. And I learned a lot through that. And you learn to be very adaptable, and you learn to be very... Even when you don't feel it and it sucks, it's like you got to get it done. Oh, sorry,
Derek hasn't been around me in a while.
Oh, good heavens! Forgot Jen's really sensitive to language there. So, but no, it's been wonderful. And then, in May I got to go to Europe, which was amazing. I got to go on a river cruise. It was a work trip, believe it or not. I know, hard to believe, Jen, hard to believe. But basically there was. It was with Sail and Sing Travel and with Ryan Baumgardner, and he asked me to go along to help coordinate the event.
Okay.
So 160 people. You flew into the Netherlands. We're there for a couple of days. You're leading people around. Like I felt like Moses leading the children of Israel through the wilderness, like trying to make sure nobody dies.
Yeah, ideally.
Everyone
come out alive?
Everyone was alive. Everyone was kicking. But like,
so you did your job.
Bikes, trains, trams, like there's no Egyptians out there, but it felt dangerous. So thankfully it went very well. Everyone was amazing. Everyone was real troopers, but did that. Then went on a river cruise for a little while, and then ended up in Switzerland for a couple of days. And Switzerland is, I would say, like the Alps there, and the mountains, like they're cut up to be.
Like it wasn't underestimated.
It wasn't underrated. So I will say, of all the places, you hear different places are underrated. I would say you really should go see those. Okay. So I'd love to go back sometime. But
amazing.
Anyway,
such a
so
cool
it was a work trip. I worked, you're there to work. Like
Yeah.
there are times when you can enjoy it and take it in and build relationships. I came away from that trip with just some incredible relationships and even some relationships there with people I knew. But it was awesome. It's a great
That's
opportunity.
amazing.
So I thank God for those. I don't take those opportunities lightly, and I thank God for them. And with our life of travel and different stuff, it is a blessing. You get to know people and you get to get opportunities. So I feel very grateful. So, and I moved to my house.
Yeah, and
Sorry.
hot
Yep.
take, Derek bought a house.
I did.
That's a big deal.
Thanks, Jen.
Derek's actually a grown. What do you call that?
An adult. I'm a real bird.
Eric's Eric.
I
haven't even
What
been
do you-
around him. Derek is an adult now. He owns a home, which congratulations.
Thank you.
That is very exciting. And you moved
Thank you.
out into that home.
I did in April. In April. So
Okay. So you're a homeowner and living life on your own.
Living my own. I don't want any roommates, so
Yeah.
don't ask, don't offer, because no,
If you guys are looking for a home with Derek,
it ain't
don't.
happening.
Yeah.
I got 2 extra rooms, and
Hey,
you can't.
if you know what you want and you can afford that and you can live there on your own, do it. You know what I mean? It's totally fine. So has that been a pretty cool experience living on your own and kind of
Yeah.
obviously you've been an adult for how long, but it's something about leaving
About 2 years.
your parents' house or leaving a house that's with other people and being completely on your own.
Yeah.
That is the next level of independence that
Yep.
can be scary for some people and really exciting for others or both.
Right. It's been very good. It's made me more probably uncomfortable than I've been in a while because okay, I have a mortgage now,
Yeah.
so I have to budget for
true.
that. And from going to having an extra $1,800 that you could put wherever to okay, that's committed somewhere now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been really good. And then just okay, lawn care. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm in charge of all that. Oh, are my air filters changed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
I
my
gotta,
toilet's backed up
Yeah.
and the plumbing's messed up.
Thankfully, toilet's been solid.
need to call the
but
plumber.
ACs. But it's been really good, and thankfully, I have most of the essentials that I need for my house now. Because for the first little while, you're just kind of you're getting the couch, and you're getting the table and chairs, and you're getting just all the stuff that you kind of need. So I'm trying to keep it very simple. And now I feel like I'm in more of a stride, which is nice. So I really love it. I do love living on my own. I really do, and cook my food and live my life
and do your thing.
Do my thing.
And you love living here in North Carolina and you're with Gospel Express and
Yeah.
that's where you would kind of you feel at peace about this season of life and working here and all the opportunities you get to do and feel very fulfilled in that at this point.
I do. I could see. Yeah, I see myself here for the very foreseeable future, and potentially very long term.
Okay.
There's some things that eventually I want to shift and change in my role, and I've been very upfront about that with my dad as the director, with Dave, and everything. So we're in discussions and different things like that. We have open dialogue about it. But I do enjoy what we do here. I'm very passionate about what we do here, and am grateful for all the support from all the people. Yeah, it's very surreal. It's very surreal. So
It's amazing.
I think the last thing I'll say, I love when you have your own home, you can control the temperature and you can put you can put it at whatever you want.
Okay,
when I'm
so
at
are
home,
you a 65er or a 78er?
Oh, good. I'm
what-
I'm in the middle. Jen.
Okay, so you're not crazy cold.
No. Well, here's the thing. It's going to be chilly in my house.
What's sleeping temperature?
70 at the highest.
Okay. Okay, so
So
you're not a
I've-
psycho. You're not
No,
64.
I mean, no, that would be too much.
Shout out to one of my friends who knows who you are, Emery.
Whoa. No, I basically I want it cool. I want
Yeah.
my covers to
Yeah.
actually have a purpose.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Covers need
and
to have
hey,
a
yes,
purpose.
that is one of those
See what I'm
little
saying?
fun perks of having your own home that it's not like you're like, I'm not going to buy a house so I can have my temperature gauge. But when you do have it and you're
Oh,
like, I get
it
to set
is,
this and no one's touching it
No.
or complaining about it.
I'll give you
Pretty
blankets.
nice.
I'll give you wear your parka coming over to my
Yeah.
house because it's gonna be chilly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be chilly. But you're welcome because
Yeah.
you can always put more on. You can only take so much off. I stand by it. Well, Jen, don't. Jennifer. So anyway, no, life is very good. I feel very blessed, and yeah, that's what's going on.
That's cool.
So just keep
Well, that's
rolling.
us, guys.
Keep
Are we interesting?
don't vote on
Would
that.
anybody
Don't
have followed
comment.
us if we didn't do interviews to other people?
True.
That's the question. What
That's
if
the question.
Maybe we should do a poll on that. If we had never interviewed people and Derek and I just talked every week,
Would
what
you-
would have been our stats? What would have been our listener
numbers, streams.
Are we
down-
interesting? Because we need validation. We need,
I feel like
I do.
I feel
we
like
need encouragement.
I feel like we are, but maybe not for the longevity.
No.
Even now, we covered so much of just what we're about. It's
Yeah.
you can only do so
we
much.
would have had
of
to
that.
have topical things
Topics.
to really discuss.
And I think we got some good, unique personalities and perspectives that I think were super valuable.
But also, the purpose of the podcast never was about us talking. It was
wasn't.
about
It's
other
not about
people.
us.
The
It's-
inner view, finding the interviewing the real you. What was our tagline?
Yeah.
And so the whole purpose of the podcast from day one, both of our visions was we wanted to give people a platform
Right.
to share their stories, not our stories.
Right.
But it's fun that we get to give you guys a little update. So thanks for coming along for that
Yeah.
and hearing where we're at and where we're going. And
Right.
that's, reasons why the podcast is ending.
Right.
So
Yeah. Here we are. So, Jen, a little bit more of a traditional episode
Get
here,
back
a
on
little
my-
bit, not
my
completely.
notes.
But what, we don't have a specific topic for this, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure for both of us there have been things that have been in our mind that maybe we're walking through or that like have really been something we've been pondering, even something God has been teaching us. So, we don't really know what these are for each
no,
other.
and
So,
I didn't
which
look
is-
at the rundown till we started the episode.
which is even better because it keeps it more fun. So anyway, what's we got a few things to go back and forth on, but what's something you got, Jen, that's been on your mind, like a subject or something that you've been chewing on or that God's been teaching you? I'd love to hear it. I know they would too.
Yeah. Well, in the 5 seconds I've had to think about it. No. And he makes me go first, like he thinks I'm good at this.
Hey,
No, I'm kidding. I do have
I thought you did.
yeah, because there's obviously things that I'm always journeying through, but something that has really, really been I guess a step on my toes kind of thing that I have been working through in the last several months is the fact that the only person I can control is me. And I have learned about myself, and you've probably experienced this from me working a podcast with me, is I tend to want to dictate how things should be done. And whether it's in life or in relationships or in what I want people to do for me or not do for me. And so I've been challenged with the thought from someone I've been working with, and also just through my time with the Lord is you have control over basically one person in your life, and it is you. And the decisions you make are going to basically determine how much peace you have in your life, how much joy you have in your life, what other people, what their experience is of you. Because if you try to tell everyone else what they should do, and you get upset with people or critical of
Right.
people for not doing things the right way and all that, the only person, they're miserable because they don't like being around you, and you're miserable because changing them is not your job, and you
Right.
can't do it. And so I think I've been excited to see how much and how empowering it is to know that I can have peace in my life and I can have joy regardless of what has been done to me in the past or what people around me choose to do or what they choose to say or choose to think or choose to believe. I get to choose what I do with that. I get to choose if I allow it to affect me negatively or build resentment in my heart or be critical of others, or I can choose peace. And I can say, how can I change in this situation? How can I be different? And how can I add value to those around me rather than just thinking any problems that are in my life, other people need to change.
Right.
And so that has been huge for me, and taking ownership of your actions and being responsible for yourself moving forward. And my guy, John Deloney, again,
Oh,
he has a great book that's
JD.
called Own Your Past, Change Your Future.
Oh,
And it's owning
catchy.
your part in everything that's happened to you in life, letting other people off the hook that have done you wrong or hurt you, and changing your future by making decisions, by being different, choosing differently. Because people that live in a really crappy life, often they want to say, poor me, and this happened to me, and all these situations around me that I couldn't control. And it's like, you are actually choosing that life. You're choosing to be sad, to be depressed, to be resentful. And I get it. There's things that happen that are really traumatic. I'm not downplaying that. But if you choose a really crappy life, you can also choose a really good life. You could choose something different. So I have been trying to say, what do I want to choose? Because things in my life maybe haven't looked like I thought they would at this stage in the game and my age and where I'm at and what I'm doing. But I can choose to do something different and have a positive outlook on it. So that's something that's been going on for me. Choosing different
Wow.
and not holding other people responsible for your happiness. It's been powerful for me. So, and what you were saying actually about margin, so we always want to people are like, oh, we need to have so much time to me time and rest time. And I love what you said about there are seasons in life where you're going to be going hardcore and you're going to have zero rest time. You're going to be spent. And that's okay. And be okay with those seasons. And there's seasons that are going to be maybe a lot slower where you feel like what's happening, what's
Right.
going on. And I think it's okay to, like, we need both of those, and it's okay in those seasons to really pour into, if you're going hard and you got a few months of this,
Right.
go hard and push yourself to the
Yeah,
max,
absolutely.
and be
Yeah, push yourself.
unselfish,
Yeah,
and
no, that's
think
good.
of others and give all you got,
Right.
and then know that that's not going to last forever.
Sure.
And then have seasons of downtime,
Right.
and then but having that outward focus of who can I help and who can I impact is really something I want to work on, and work on the selfishness that I have in my own heart of always wanting what I want. So
Wow.
anyway, that's a lot.
No, Jen, that was.
Moving on. This episode's going to get long already.
No, it's okay. I think we're here for it. Hold it, Jen. That's amazing. I mean, that just sounds so like liberating too.
It
Like
is.
it's a very real and honest thing that you have to grapple with because it's like on you, and you got to you got to own your part.
Yeah.
But how freeing then that you're not bound by, even though what people did to you was probably could be wrong or like it was completely not acceptable, but
Yeah.
you don't have to be bound by that.
Oh my.
That's like the most liberating thing
Yeah.
ever. I mean,
Genuinely, I didn't realize how much my struggles or things that I was battling with or feeling down or depressed was connected to me holding people responsible for things that they had, in my mind, done to me. And I was like,
Right.
they need to fix this or change their behavior or apologize or do this or that. And all that was doing was, it wasn't hurting them. They were fine. It was just keeping me in bondage. And so, yeah, the freedom, what you said, very liberating to be able to say, I can let all that go and I get to actually like live a free, very joyful life.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's been exciting to learn.
that's
God's
awesome.
still shaping me, man. 32 years old and I am
Still-
work in progress.
Still being molded.
Yeah.
Still being molded.
What about you, Derek?
Yes. I'll kind of do maybe a two-parter on that, but because of what you shared there, I kind of want to jump to something there. Our view of the Heavenly Father shapes pretty much how we process everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it really piggybacks off of what you were saying. Like if I view God as like this guy that like gives me a certain level of hard things to like almost kind of knock me down or like make sure I like don't get too high or like anything like that. If I don't view him as like he's the scriptures and the rules and the commandments, if I don't view those things as like he's saving me or keeping me for the best things in life, if I don't view them as that, I view him as like someone God is keeping me from good things or things that I enjoy versus like, you know what, these things are in place because my Father loves me and he actually knows what's best even if I don't see it.
Yeah.
And so the things that I shouldn't do, the things that I should abstain from, the things that I should keep myself for, those like when you can, and I feel like growing up in a Christian environment, like we all kind of know that, but I don't think we really, really think about it because we tend to kind of try to find like how far can I go and still be okay? Like how much can I toe the line on stuff where like what's sin and what's not, like this amount of it is not sin, but this amount is, you know, and how much can I versus being like, no, God said this and he said to abstain from this or abstain from the appearance of evil. Like, so anyway, and there is some middle ground there on some of those things. And some of those things are not heaven and hell issues either.
Yeah.
So there's both sides. But I've just been really thinking about like my view of God. And so often we're shaped by our earthly fathers or the experience we've had there. And that's how we often view God. And I feel very blessed. I feel like we both have high quality fathers.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think I understand the level that has impacted me in a positive way if I wouldn't have had that.
Right.
And so
Which is a
the
huge
more I
blessing.
think about it, huge shout out to my dad, Dave Miller and Mr. Glenn Most over here. Just like, I don't know, the greatest of all time, the goats, I would
They
say,
really are.
but every dad should be the goat. But anyway, so I've just been thinking about that. And it's like, if there's something in your life that feels hard, if there's something that you feel like God took something from you, as much as we may not understand, as much as it like he is still working for your good and he sees things that you can't. And that's hard because you got to embrace some of that. And you have to blindly trust a lot of times. Like when you're a kid, you may not understand what your dad is saying. You may not understand why he's keeping you from something or telling you to do something or he took something from you, but it will make sense. It will make sense or it'll all come to light. Maybe in this life, maybe in the next, but trust the Heavenly Father that he is giving you good things and his heart is still good. So
That's
anyway.
good. And the more you take time to know the heart of the Father,
Correct.
know who God is, you can trust him more because you know he wants good things for you. And then it makes it easier to trust when you don't understand. And you're like, I don't know what's going on, but I know who God is.
Yes.
And I think that's with our
Right.
dads too. Like,
Right. We
there's
know
times where
their
I was
heart
a kid,
and their
like,
character.
I didn't know why my dad
Right.
was telling me I can or can't do something, but I trusted that he had he loved me and my best interest at heart
Right.
in mind.
And then you
And so
can-
it was easier to just trust when you didn't understand because you know who they are.
Right.
So
Right.
get to know the Father.
To quote my good friend Louis Stahl, understand the teacher more than the lesson.
Mm,
So often we just look at the lesson, but if we know the heart of the teacher,
yeah.
it's going to make all the difference.
Yeah.
So
Comes across differently.
across
Yeah.
different. So anyway,
Word.
bars. I'll just piggyback off another one
Yeah,
real quick. Okay.
go for it.
So Jen, did you know, like the term you're living in the good old, like
Yeah.
the good old days, the
Ugh.
good old days. We love them.
Yep.
We're living in the good old days right now,
I
but
didn't
we
know.
won't know it
Oh,
until
till later?
2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Think about it. Think about 2 years ago or even a year ago.
Yeah.
Like my
yeah.
friend Chase Hostetler he's just been married just over a year. I got some snap memories from that recently, and I was
Yeah.
like, even that, I'm like, in a way, like it's only been a year ago, but you're like,
But it feels like the good old
It feels
days.
like the good old days.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
even a year ago, and it's like that's a year. But you look at 2, and then I just had some memories come up of like 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and it feels like that was 5 years ago. And you look at those times, you look at those moments, and so it's easy to look back and to think, oh wow, think back to the good old days. But like, guys, you're making the good old days right now, and
That's
don't forget to like fully just like sit there and recognize that. And like really just appreciate it in the moment, like appreciate those days right now. Like think about the experiences you're having today and realize those may not last for forever.
Yeah.
And we just had our little Bible study group the other night. Jen was
Yeah.
back in town.
So fun to reconnect. Shout
little
out to all of you guys.
Yeah. So we just had that. It was great to have you back around. And then Kara just got married, so she was
Oh, yeah.
not
Shout out
there.
to
Shout out to
Kara.
Kara and Daniel.
Our first episode actually was Kara Overholt.
Facts.
And she just got married. So
I know.
and we're ending the podcast. So maybe that was what we needed to end. Kara got married. We
Honestly,
end
that
the
was
podcast.
probably why we didn't know why we were ending. But Kara
if
left.
Kara gets
Kara left North
married,
Carolina, so the
she's not here.
I
Podcast
know,
can't go on.
Can't go on. So, but anyway, it was just those nights, like connecting the other night. And what we talked about was just like, I don't know. I want to just appreciate that so much
Yeah.
because I know that won't last forever, and sometimes it feels like it will. But those are moments that I will treasure for forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so don't be afraid to like think about it, guys. You're making the good old days right now.
Like enjoy the good old days while you're in them,
Right.
not just
Like,
later.
You
when
get to
look
make
back.
the good old days right
Yeah.
now. You get to choose what you
Yeah.
do, and it's like
Yes.
so
Oh,
cool.
it's
So
a great reminder, Derek.
don't
Embrace these
forget.
because
Embrace
one
the
day they'll be
moments.
the good old days.
One day they'll be the good old days, and you want to look back and be like, I really lived it.
Yeah.
Like I stinking lived it.
Yeah.
So,
I love that. That's a good challenge.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Cool. What else you got, Jen?
Okay.
Hit me.
Well, what else am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Do you have anything else?
No.
You don't? I got one more thing.
Yeah,
but-
you go.
Oh,
You go.
me?
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
I'm good. Like, I mean, you all have known me. I can talk for 100 years, and so we get into it. But sometimes less is more.
Less is more.
You know.
It's
So
true.
you hit me with what you got yet,
All right.
and then we might have a hot take or two, and then
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
All I was gonna say is I don't know if you've been following the World Cup.
I actually have.
Have
randomly.
you? See, right?
The soccer?
Yeah. Soccer, hockey. What
I
is
will
that?
say, it's incredibly boring. Soccer is, but I have been invested
Yes.
because of the U.S. But now they're out,
Correct.
so
They-
that was a bummer.
Agreed. But
But I was kind of into it for a little bit,
right.
for a couple of games. Yeah.
Right. What I think the biggest thing for me, like again, I don't sit down and watch soccer.
Yeah.
I have watched almost 0 full games. We did watch the U.S. game where they
Yes,
got
I
on
watched
the,
all
you know,
that, yeah.
sad but true.
Kinda tough.
A little tough. But anyway, as it gets to these final stages, it's also more entertaining. There's much more on the line. It's actually insane. But what I was going to say, just seeing all of the countries coming together and coming here
It's been cool.
has been like the craziest, coolest thing that I may ever witness in my lifetime, Jen. Like, think about this. The World Cup is every 4 years.
Yes.
And America may not host them again
yeah, because it only
in
gets
our
hosted
in our
here. Yeah,
lifetime.
Right.
We
It's
may
gonna be
not,
other countries.
correct.
next
It's
time.
going to be other countries, stuff like that, possibly.
Yeah.
But it will probably be a long time.
Yeah.
And to see, like, the place we get to live, and to see people come enjoy it, and to see these blending of cultures,
Yeah.
and like, I was just blown away, and because it also made me think like a little bit of like about heaven, about eternity. Literally, that's
interesting.
like you picture like let's say like the U.S. is like heaven, and then you get all these like countries and tribes and like stuff like coming in. I'm just like, that'll be the greatest thing in the world.
That's so true.
You know what I mean?
And we won't even have to kick a ball and play
Well,
soccer.
no boring soccer. Praise
Thankfully,
God.
we'll be coming together with a
Yeah.
lot more excitement.
Right.
Yes.
But it was just like, I think it was just like the coolest thing. Like it felt like the world was healing. You know, it seems like there's so much with wars and
Yeah, there's
power
so much
and
discord in the world right now.
Right.
In our country especially.
which I will say,
Which is tough.
I will say, I do like what our president is doing. I like that he's like trying for peace through strength. I do like that. You know,
That might be a hot take from some of
call it
our
a hot
listeners.
take. The world's never been in a better spot. There's still a long way to go, but at least there's someone who's willing to like strive for peace, but is willing to go to war to do that. Because like think about how this country was founded. It was founded like through showing strength because
Yeah.
people were threatening and people were being like no, and we said yes. So anyway, Young Washington, go watch that movie.
Yeah, I
by
do
the way.
want to see that sometime.
Oh, you haven't seen
No.
it yet? Oh, you need to.
I've not
you
seen
need
it,
to.
so I'll have
It's
to check
powerful.
it out.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out.
But yeah, everyone coming together, it is cool.
It's just it was the coolest thing ever.
And I think it was good for one thing I thought of too when you see the U.S. out in the field, and I watched the game before they got eliminated when
Yeah.
they won.
Yep.
And in a time where there's a lot of division politically in our world, and a lot of people that are hating the U.S. and all these, you know, it's people that know what's going on know about it. I won't get into. I got some thoughts, but I'm going to pass. But it was really, really cool, and what you said about it being kind of healing, I agree with, because there was so much patriotism and love for the American team, and obviously that was in one stadium, but people watching it all around the country too. But there's something about sports
Right.
that, and when it's country against country, that all of a sudden you're like, man, go U.S.
Yeah.
I love U.S. And I
Right.
think in a time where we really need some love for our country, and people need to really take a step back and recognize all the good of our country and not
Right.
just what's bad.
Right.
It was really cool that the World Cup is happening now,
It
around
couldn't
the
have been- couldn't have-
250th
literally couldn't have
anniversary,
been at a better
literally
time.
right at that time and it's held in the U.S.
Yes.
in this current political scene.
Yeah.
I think that's not a coincidence, and so
Yeah.
it is cool. I like
That's-
the picture you had of everyone coming together and in heaven one day, and also I think it was a good thing for on Earth at this moment too.
Yeah.
To have that
Right.
kind of like excitement
Right.
and love for country and coming together and supporting your team,
Yep.
but also welcoming other
And-
cultures into your
Right.
country and
Right.
celebrating
And
them
celebrating
too.
them too.
Celebrating their wins.
I
And if
think-
everyone could do that
Oh.
in life too, celebrate each other's wins,
Oh.
would be really, really cool for our
Right.
society and our world.
Because even there was different teams and players that we got to discover, or like that the world got to discover through the World Cup, that like all of a sudden we fell in love with some of these other teams and like players and
Yeah.
countries, you know, and it's just like I think that's what the coolest thing about the World Cup is, like how it brings people together and really unites us. It's like
Yeah, I was like, Colombia. They got some
Hello.
nice guys on that team. I
Jen's
don't
like,
hate the international
"Colombia."
men. I will say that.
so much love for the internationals. Jen's very pro immigration
Yeah.
over here.
I'm like,
Jennifer
but I will
Moss.
say, watching a sport that at the end of 95 minutes or whatever the enormous
90
amount
plus
of,
6 or 7.
Yeah,
if-
90
if
minutes.
you will.
and its score is 0-0, I'm a
It's a tough
little
one.
depressed.
A little disappointed in that one.
I don't love the low scoring, but I understand why
Right.
it is.
It's
Same with
difficult.
hockey and stuff.
Right.
There's certain sports
Right.
that are just hard to score, but
Think we could
I'm
amp it
like-
up a little, guys?
like, I'm
Maybe
a
make the
volleyball
goal
player.
a little bigger?
It's 21 points in like 10 minutes. Like, let's get rolling
Let's
here.
get with it.
So anyway, but yeah, that's cool.
right.
Cool. When's the last? Which by the time this episode airs, it'll probably be over. and someone will have won.
it might. The semifinals are coming up this week, and then the final
Finals
is in, I don't know, a week and a half or something.
So
I'm
who
not even
knows?
sure.
This by the time this airs, someone might have won. But
Probably.
if not, good luck.
If not, go watch it.
Who's in
Seriously, yeah.
Argentina? They still in?
It's France, England, Spain, and Argentina.
Argentina's in it,
Yeah,
right?
they're in it. Anyway, there's
'Cause that's what I'm
there's
rooting for.
4 teams. Same, Messi. Let's go.
Hopefully they're in.
Let's go. They are in. They are in.
Okay, go them.
Go,
since the U.S. can't.
go my favorite sports
play.
team. Yep. Exactly. Cool. Well, Jen, you want to hit
Been
a little?
fun.
Been fun.
Been fun again. Being on the pod, being in the studio.
Being back in
like
the
Derek said,
saddle.
whenever the
So
music
good.
first hit, when we just started, all of a sudden it just
Jen was like waterworks.
I just had an emotional moment of just thinking about all of a sudden all of the
Yeah.
memories wash
Yep.
over you of
Yep.
all the things you've done, the people you've talked to,
Yep.
the fun times we've had, and it's like it's so peaceful to have it come to an end, but it also still is sad in the sense of I loved it,
Right.
and it was good
Right.
times. And whenever you move
Right.
on to something new, you have to grieve what you leave, but then it's okay to step into something different.
Grieve what you leave. There you go.
But are we doing a hot take?
Sure.
Because
I think
hot
it'd be
takes,
fun.
y'all know, hot takes, pickup lines. People loved those segments.
really
I cannot
did.
tell you how much that, and I loved the rapid fire was fun too.
Oh,
just
yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
to know people. But hot takes and pickup lines were probably the biggest things that I would have people, if I ran into them, they'd be like, "Oh, I have this pickup line," or "Oh, this hot take," or they'd message us. We got
Yeah.
so many
Oh,
messages on Instagram
flooded.
for pickup lines. Or did you hear this? Reels sent to us of pickup lines?
Right.
People really, really
They
were
really
down for the
embraced
pickup
it.
lines.
Right.
So it's probably a good thing that we are ending as well because I can't. We've used pretty much all of the clean ones that I could find.
Right. Right.
So, but shout out pickup lines forever. But hot takes were also really fun, and I love a good debate on the hot takes, and we had quite a few. And I also think I exhausted most of my hot takes too. But
did you? I did too.
yeah.
I
Do you have
kinda
any
did
that you
too.
want to end on that could be a little hot, a little toasty take?
How many do you have, Jen?
Oh, one.
You have one. Okay.
And it's barely even a hot take.
Oh,
'cause
okay. Okay.
I will say, guys, I hate to say this, I am mellowing out in my old age.
Are you actually, Jen?
Yeah.
Are you
I don't
really?
have near as much.
Really?
I don't care as much about.
Okay.
Or if someone has something that I
Yeah. Disagree with?
disagree with, I'm
You're
just
kinda
like,
like, okay. Sounds good.
Okay, not always. You probably like, okay,
mean,
last night.
I was like, could have fooled me.
Not
No, I'm just
always,
kidding,
but
Jen.
I think part of my journey of like wanting to have like finding my own peace in my
Mm-hmm.
life is recognizing that I don't always have to have my opinion said or be right or
Sure.
show somebody up.
Right.
So I do love a
Or-
good debate, but
yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
I'm like, man, I don't have the energy for that.
Oh,
so
I would agree.
I'm a lot more chill.
I would
so
agree.
boring, but
Boring, but that's me.
I can still fire up. So what
Yep,
do you got?
Yep. Okay. So this is where I'm at. I think us Mennonite, probably us Mennonites, Amish Mennonite constituency.
Yeah.
I think we're really bad at celebrating people.
Okay.
I think we need to do a much better job.
In general or
In
in specific
general.
ways? Okay.
I'll give some specifics, but I think in general, like we're pretty good at like, I don't know, grieving with people or like walking through people with hard things or whatever. I think we kind of hang our hat on that, which is like, don't get me wrong. When I say that, like that is so important. But I think we're kind of bad at celebrating people.
Yeah.
Like, and being genuinely happy for people. Like if let's say you get a new vehicle or like you get a different vehicle or something, like having people really like celebrate you or like ask about it or like be happy for you. I think a lot of people like either in the back of their mind, they're like, oh, that's nice, man. I wish I could have that.
Yeah.
Or I wish like, oh shoot, now I have to upgrade
Yeah.
or
Rather than
it
just celebrating, we think about what we
Right.
wish we had or how we can maybe one up them or
right. Or
it's
like
hard to
we're kind of jealous
yeah.
or like we don't really want to. And I'm like, what? Really? What?
yeah.
So anyway, and I'm not saying that's everyone, and I'm not saying like, and here's the thing, I think you can look at a nice vehicle and be like, oh, that'd be cool to have someday, but like genuinely be happy for people,
Yeah.
be glad for them. If they have a nicer, bigger house than you, you should be happy for them.
Yeah.
You should be glad for them. Like you should,
Yeah. Truly celebrating.
truly celebrating people. And kind of my main example is weddings.
Okay.
So at weddings, like we're good, you know, we clap for the couple, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think for me, and this is probably where it's a little bit like out of our culture, but like let's say there's a little bit of like a dance floor or something at the end of the wedding where you're kind of celebrating. I get it. Like we're very a lot of Mennonites, not a lot of rhythm, let's be honest. It's a little bit of a tough cookie.
Yep.
And and
Most
everything
people, 2 left feet.
2 left feet. So listen, when I say this, I totally understand, and I understand our culture did not really grow up with that. But I think we've probably shied away from it so much that we don't touch it with a 10-foot pole when it's like, wait a minute, it doesn't mean you have to partake in something you don't feel good about
Yes.
or that you would need to like compromise your standards or whatever. But I think there is a level of like, hey, wait a minute, we're here celebrating the couple. This is a marriage that God brought together. If this is something they enjoy and they want to do, and I don't feel like I'm compromising or whatever, like
Yeah.
if I don't feel that, why am I not there for them
Yes.
rather than just me being comfortable or not?
Yes.
I think it's a very,
I can see that.
I think it's just very selfish if you're there and this is something that the couple enjoys. And again, like you don't even have to be a dancer. Like most people are like, oh, I don't have any
Ask
rhythm.
Derek.
Correct. Because I'm out there and I don't know what I'm doing.
But you full send it, and I like that.
And the thing is, like, all you got to, it's just about being there.
Yeah.
It's not about
Yeah.
you even, like, you're not.
It's showing up for them. Just
It's
stand out
showing
there,
up.
shake a little hip, put a little arm up, just chill out. Don't go crazy.
Right. You don't literally,
but
you
you're
grab
out
the
there.
little wand thing and you just wave it around. Anybody can do
Yeah,
that.
you just care more about celebrating them and having fun with them than you do about your own comfort or your own comfort zone
Right.
and
Right.
worrying about what people think. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
honestly,
with you on that.
I think a lot of people like worry about what other people think.
Yeah.
I really
And I
do.
think if that's the reason, I think you did mention like if someone has, because I actually really honor those people because I have quite a few of them in my circles that they actually, their value system
Mm-hmm.
does not allow them to, they genuinely don't feel like it's okay to dance in public settings or in even I don't know what it is, but they're like they don't want to get out there. They would think maybe it's inappropriate or not. Some people think it's not God honoring, and
Yeah.
I
hey,
respect that. If that's your reasoning, this is so everyone hears us. Like if you have a value
Yeah.
system or belief
don't
system
compromise your convictions.
that you cannot dance, totally support that.
But it is
If-
in the Bible.
If your reasoning, that's another can of worms.
Oh, well.
Um,
That's pretty clear, Kim.
but I also respect that and I honor
Right,
that.
right.
And
No, yeah, absolutely.
And that's okay. But if your reasoning is simply selfish of like, I would be embarrassed, I'm not good at dancing, I don't want to do that, it's not like my thing.
Mhm.
I'm like, that I feel like you could get rid, like put all that off, be like, this isn't about you.
Right. It's not.
This is about them.
right.
Just jump out for a song or two and celebrate
Yeah, you don't
them.
have to be out there the whole
Yeah,
time.
no. Like,
it's just
just-
about being together because most of the time you're there just chilling and like you're kind of like, yeah, you're just being there together. You'll have little comments or conversations here or there. It's like, it's just about being together versus like, it's just kind of those people that are like on the outskirts just kind of looking in like, and you feel a little bit judged when
Yeah.
you're in there doing it. Like you feel kind of judged and like, hey, that's also fine.
Yeah.
I don't care that much if you
Yeah.
think like I'm responsible for what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, like I'm here like, Lord, if I'm walking in obedience to you, I don't want to compromise. And like, I understand the optics of some things for sure, but
Yeah.
also like, I'm also not afraid to like live life, do it. And
Yeah.
people are going to think what they're going to think.
For sure.
That's the other thing.
Yep.
So
Get out there and dance, guys.
just get out there.
Shut up and dance.
It's just
with
about,
me.
it's like just not being selfish in that
Yeah.
moment. And again, you don't have to compromise your
Yeah.
convictions, but like be willing
Just
to,
check your reasoning and be honest about why you're not doing it.
right.
And if it's a selfish reason, get over it and get out there.
Get out there.
And if you're
buttercup.
embarrassed about how you might look, get over that and get
that's
out
good.
there.
You just got to embrace the cringe.
Yeah.
Like if you feel like it's going to be cringe, you just got to embrace the
Yeah.
cringe. Life's too short. Life's too
100%.
short. So
Good word.
thanks, Jen.
We agree on the hot take, so not super hot, but
Ayo,
some people
all
might,
right.
might not.
Hey, and that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's so cool when you can celebrate something together.
Yeah.
As a group. Like I'm just picturing like a recent wedding that I was at. And I'm like, dude, if everyone would have been out there together, like at least in the same like circle, like you could have even just been like standing there, not really moving, but just like
Yeah.
there and having a conversation. Like that would have been so fun. It would have felt very just like cohesive versus like a quarter of the people were out there. The rest were kind of on the outside, just
Yeah.
like making a circle looking in. And like, that's okay. But it also would have felt really fun, like for a song or two, like to have everyone out
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
For
Anyway, so
So if Derek's ever at a wedding with you guys, get your buns on the dance floor or he's coming after
I might call you out because I just want to. Yeah. Anyway.
you. Okay.
All right, Jen, what you got?
So my hot take, and I don't know if I've ever shared this one before, but it honestly isn't that hot anymore because I'm so mellowed out about it. But it used to be me and Eugene's biggest hot take.
Okay.
Did I ever? So maybe I shared this before. It's been too long, but I think it's perfectly acceptable to say, telling people where you're going. Tell them that you're going up to Florida
Okay.
if you're in North Carolina, and going down to North Carolina if you're in Florida. As long as you include the name of the state, the directional term, let it slide. That's where I'm at. Okay. Mostly because I don't know geography and I never know if I'm going up or down.
And okay.
And so people that are very logical or like
Would
they're
say,
like,
no,
just
you're
get
going.
it right. Like you're not going down to North Carolina when you're in Florida. Like obviously. And I'm like, but you knew where I was. You knew where I meant.
Did it make a difference
Yeah.
of where you knew I was going?
Yeah,
Right.
like
it did.
I'm leaving.
Right.
I'm going to go down to Maryland on Thursday. Like,
Yeah.
well, you know where I'm at?
Okay,
Maryland.
Maryland.
Don't matter if it was up or down. And so
Yeah.
I just
gotcha.
I just want permission to do that. I want permission to live my life that way.
Yeah.
But then
No,
I
it's
also
good.
like
It's good. It's good, Jen.
But then I'm also now I'm learning like, oh shoot, like I need to be selfless, and if it means something to someone,
I should do
just
it.
change it. Make the small, like think 2 seconds before you say something and figure out where it is and then do it. And I'm like, oh man, I'm really getting mellow.
Really. Getting soft.
But I will be saying I'm going down to North Carolina
Maryland
or whatever.
yeah,
I probably will.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I'm honestly okay with it. Like
Man, we're both mellowing out. Me
no,
and Derek
no,
can't do
well,
hot
here-
takes anymore.
I just think there's so many of those things that you can either take the time to correct
Yeah.
and like take the time to spend your mental capacity and like
Yeah.
and like where it's just like it doesn't have any bearing of where you're actually going. I know where you're actually going. I think like that we just need to let things like technically it's not correct, no, but like it doesn't affect the actual outcome.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I would be like, depending on what it is, I would be like, oh, down, that sounds nice. I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
And then like but then it's just fun. Like you don't need to like and again, I don't care that much that technical stuff is correct. So for me, I can let it slide very easily. So that's
I
good,
love that
Jen.
for us.
Good for you. Good for you. Sounds good.
If anybody else is mad about that, let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. Jen, this has been fantastic. I'm full. I'm full. I'm done. Or
Yeah,
like I'm great.
I'm done. We're ready to call
done.
this
Call it
done.
quits. Coffee's gone.
Yeah,
This
I
is
need to get on to
amazing.
mine. Shout out to who made this coffee. You want to give her a shout out?
Lexi Yoder. Cheers.
Lexi Yoder
Thank
from
you.
Gospel Express.
From Gospel Express. In-house
Yeah.
barista. I mean, unofficially, but
Yeah.
kind of officially.
Shout out.
Shout out to Lexi.
So hope you guys have enjoyed this little episode. Basically, of just hearing me and Derek talk again. Little update on our lives. A few little things we've been thinking about and learning. A few hot takes. You know what it was.
You know how it'd be.
And this is episode 49. And
49,
we'll have episode
one
50 coming
more.
up for you here
Yep.
after a while.
Stay tuned.
And that'll be it. And if you guys really, really need the interview podcast, go listen to episodes again. Go
Yes.
back and see what you can learn
Check
from a
out-
previous episode.
That's
And our
right.
episode, are they going to stay
Oh yeah,
on?
they'll be live.
Episodes will always be there, just
Yep.
not really new ones. So,
Right.
but thanks for tuning in to episode 49. And are we done?
We're done.
As always, I've been Jen.
I've been Derek.
We'll see you guys next
Bye
time.
guys.